Ernest Hemingway was born right here. Clara Barton founded the Red Cross. She was born right there. Johnny Appleseed was born right here. Bing Crosby was born right here. On January 15th, 1929, Martin Luther King was born right there. The birthplace of John Wayne. Right there. Wyatt Earp was born right there. The birthplace of the unsinkable Molly Brown. Right there. The beginning or the end of Route 66 is right there. Hollywood and Vine, right there. The National Teacher Hall of Fame, right there. The United States Supreme Court, right there. The Seattle Space Needle, right there. In 1893, the tradition for standing for the national anthem started right here. The Hoover Dam, right there. Beautiful Madison County and the bridges of it, right there. The St. Louis Arch, right there. The world famous Chicago Chrome Bean, right there. Mann's Chinese Theater, right there. Mount Rushmore, right there. The Mall of America, right there. Whoa, there, whoa. The United States Capitol, right there. That useless LAX restaurant thing, right there. Michigan, right there. Canada, right there. The motorcycle capital of the United States, Sturgis, South Dakota, right there. Connecticut, right there. South Carolina, smiling faces, beautiful places, right there. Miami, right there. Big Bend, right there. Colorado, right there. Where's the mountains? Las Vegas, right there. Beaufort, Wyoming, population 1, right there. 1. Reno, Nevada, right there. Wyoming, right there. South Dakota, right there. Minnesota, right there. Iowa, right there. The great country of Iceland, right there. And Leif Erikson, right there. The Donner Party ate their dead in the mountains of California. But it all started right here. The Supreme Court ruling on the Brown versus the Board of Education basically eliminated segregation in schools in 1954. That all started in Topeka, Kansas at the Monroe School, and that's right there. Architect Frank Lloyd Wright's home and studio, right there. UPS was born right here. Hey, remember when Geraldo Rivera tried to unlock Al Capone's vault to find nothing? That happened right there. The world famous Pike Place fish throwing in Seattle, right there. It's the 21st century and south of the border still exists, right there. In 1903, Orville Wright took off on the very first airplane ride ever. Went from there all the way to right there. The Girl Scouts were born right here. The International Hot Air Balloon Museum, right there. The Selma Bridge, right there. Mike Myers, John Candy, and John Belushi all started right there. Second City, right there. Mark Twain's boyhood home, right there. The assassination of Jesse James by that coward Robert Ford happened right there. Microsoft was founded right there. There's the plaque. In 1934, John Dillinger got shot coming out of a movie theater by FBI. That was right there. The start of the Pony Express began right there. The hate-filled Westboro Baptist Church. But you know what? Them. In fact, here's a better story. This is the house of Aaron Jackson, who decided to paint his house rainbow right across the street from the Westboro Baptist Church. Right there. On June 19, 2003, I got married right there. The SR-71 Blackbird, right there. The United States Marine Corps Memorial. Right there. In 1953, Veterans Day was born. Right there. The National World War I Memorial. Right there. The Vietnam Veteran Memorial. Right here. The returning World War II vets from an honor flight. Right there. The world's largest covered wagon, as in the Guinness Book of World Records, and driven by Abe Lincoln. Right there. The first ever franchise McDonald's. Right there. In December of 1942, the first atomic reaction happened right there. The very first Starbucks. Right there. The very first Waffle House. Right there. The world's largest fire hydrant. Right there. America's very first Indian casino. Right there. The time is 6:50 on the world's second largest timepiece. Right there. The world's largest Van Gogh reproduction. Right there. The very first Kentucky Fried Chicken, not in Kentucky, in Salt Lake City. Right here. The very first Target. Right there. The world's largest truck stop. Right there. And there. The very first time bread was mechanically sliced. Right here. Michael Jackson's childhood home in Gary, Indiana. Right there. In 1969, 400,000 hippies danced in their own filth right here at Woodstock. The grave of Brandon and Bruce Lee. Right there. The grave of Jimi Hendrix. Right here. The Surf City Ballroom, the last performance of Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and Richie Valens. Right there. I'm on the stage. The Chattanooga Choo Choo. Right there. The Grand Ole Opry. Right there. Colonel Sanders' final resting place. Right there. Al Green's church. Right there. Graceland. Right there. The memorial for Prince outside of his Paisley Park home. Right there. Weird Al Yankovic. Right there. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. That was written right there. Walt Disney's hometown. Right here. Oh my God. SpongeBob. Right there. A beautiful New England autumn. Right here. Monument Rock Natural National Park. I got that right. Right there. Those big cactus from cartoons. Right there. An Iowa cornfield. Right there. And there. And everywhere. The world land speed record was broken many times at the Bonneville Salt Flats. Right here. Devil's Tower, not made out of mashed potatoes. Right there. The Badlands of South Dakota. Right there. The flooding of the Mississippi River. Right there. The levee to the Mississippi River. Flooding. Right there. A wonderful snowstorm. Right there. The home of Bigfoot, the original monster truck. Right there. The corn dog was invented. Right there. In 1957, Don Featherstone invented the pink flamingo, and it was made right there. A giant water tower that's supposed to look like a peach. Right there. The largest Hindu temple in the world outside of India. Right there. A gigantic orange. Right there. The home and office of Duncan Hines was right there. It's a funeral home now. A big fire in the middle of nowhere. Right there. Roswell, New Mexico Alien Museum? Right there. Remember that McDonald's where the coffee spilled in a lady's lap and she sued him for millions of dollars? Yeah. Right there. Hey kids, we made it. We're at the Museum of Independent Telephony. Right there. That's a big fish. Right there. The world's biggest rocking chair. Right there. A gigantic eyeball. Right there. The world's largest cowboy. Right there. America's only corn palace. Right there.
Big lions and grizzly bears.
A singing gorilla.
He's the
Right there.
toughest man that is alive. Wearing clothes from a wildcat.
John Wayne Gacy, America's most notorious serial killer's house, used to stand right there. He killed all those people there, too. The Great Chicago Fire of 1871 started right there. 3 Mile Island nuclear reactor. Right there. The 9/11 memorial at the Pentagon. Right there. On April 5th, 1994, Kurt Cobain committed suicide. Right there. On July 20th, 2012, a gunman opened fire on a screening of The Dark Knight Rises, a midnight screening, at the Century Movie Theater in Aurora, Colorado. Right there. On July 27th, 1996, a bomb exploded at the Atlanta Olympics in the Centennial Olympic Park. That's right there. And a piece of shrapnel from that bomb is still right there. Remember Elian Gonzalez in that house they took him out of? Right there. Columbine High School. Right there. In 1998, Matthew Shepard was tied up, beaten, and murdered, all for being gay. That happened. Right there. The John Benet Ramsey House. Right there. The National Corvette Museum. In February 2014, a huge sinkhole opened up and swallowed 8 Corvettes. It made world news, and it all happened right there. The tomb of Abraham Lincoln. Right there. The Thomas Jefferson Memorial. Right there. President Lincoln's wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, got sent to a sanitarium after he got shot later in her life. That sanitarium? Right there.
Mics, where are your mics?
Donald Trump.
Where are those microphones? You got them?
Right there.
Okay, someplace.
The Washington Monument. Right there. The White House. Right there. The United States Capitol, made out of Legos. Right there. The Lincoln Memorial. Right there. The childhood home of Dwight D. Eisenhower. Right there. The Abraham Lincoln Highway. Right there. A huge statue of Dwight D. Eisenhower. Right there. The National Roller Skating Museum. Right there. The world's largest horseshoe. Right there. Right there. Chicago's Wrigley Field. Right there. The College Football Hall of Fame. Right there. Kissing the bricks at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Right there. Churchill Downs, where they run the Kentucky Derby. Right there. The home of the Louisville Slugger, right? There. The world-famous Volvo Ocean Race. Right there. The Greyhound Hall of Fame. Right there. In 1926, the very first liquid propellant rocket was launched right here. That's a big rocket. Right there. Gigantic radio telescopes. Right there. And there, and there, and there, and there. A space shuttle. Right there. In The Dark Knight, the Joker blows up a hospital. It was right there. Love and Marriage. The Fountain from Married with Children. Right there. The School from The Breakfast Club. Right there. In The Dark Knight, the Joker has an 18-wheeler flipped right in the middle of the street. That happened right there. The house from Family Matters. Right there. Molly Ringwald's house from 16 Candles. Right there. James Brown's church from the movie The Blues Brothers. Right there. The Save Ferris water tower from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Right there. A statue of the kid from A Christmas Story putting his tongue to the flagpole. Right there. Steve Martin's house from Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. Right there. In the movie Forrest Gump, Jenny comes to find Forrest right there. This is CNN. Right there. The house from Home Alone. Right there. Millionaire simpleton Forrest Gump sits on the park bench talking about his stupid box of chocolates. Right there. The motel from the movie No Country for Old Men. Right there. The Mork and Mindy house. Right there. The gigantic dinosaur from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Right there. The house from the movie Up. Right there. Lake Minnetonka from the movie Purple Rain. Right there. The truck stop from the movie Fargo where they pick up the hookers. Right there. The high school from the movie Election. Pick Flick. Right there. The church from 16 Candles. Right there. In the famous movie North by Northwest by Alfred Hitchcock, Cary Grant runs from a crop duster. Right there.